Now, I'm a user of the Hurricane line, and these are my bags right here. This is one half of, wow, that was a bummer. First of all, welcome to the channel and thank you for stopping by. When time permits, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Behind me is my ever-present 390 Adventure. What's changed, however, is my Nelson Rig Hurricane bags have come off temporarily so that I would have an opportunity to test the Nelson Rig Sierra dry bags. Now, I do have a history with these bags. They're the bags I used prior to the release of the Hurricane bags. And I kind of got caught up in the newness of the Hurricane bags. And I want to say I saw them on Moto Photo Adventures and I was like, I need to try that bag out. So I did replace these bags with the Hurricane bags, and I'm going to do a little bit of a comparison later on. But right now I just want to briefly go over what I think of these bags. I have my previous experience with the bags, as well as I've been using them for the past week and a half here in Tennessee. Everything I put into my Hurricanes, I successfully put into these bags, which incidentally only cost half as much as the Hurricane. So what do I think of these bags? They're great. Now, if you're looking for, like I always am, a solidly made, backed by a decent company bag, but you're kind of on the frugal side, and here's the important part, you really like waterproof bags. Now, you can go either way. Some people prefer standard bags with a waterproof liner. Other people prefer a waterproof bag. I really like the waterproof bag. I don't want to have to keep track of the liner. I don't want to have to make sure I folded that up enough. Essentially, with waterproof bags, as soon as you close them, you know they're waterproof. That's what I'm looking for. And if you are too, this has got to be the best entry-level bag that I can think of. Now, we'll take a look at it closely, but the hallmarks of Nelson Rig are here. The bags are an entirely waterproof material, and they include a nylon stitched into them that does not compromise the waterproofness, and something that I really wish we had on the Hurricane line, fully metal buckles. No concern here that you're ever going to break one of these buckles. If you do something to these buckles, the amount of force would have destroyed a lot more than the buckle, and then you'll have to use your lifetime warranty. Now, let's go ahead and take a look closely at these bags. The Sierra dry bags maintain the quality that we expect from Nelson Rig. You'll notice each of the seams are heat welded and secured. In addition to this, they're using quality nylon, and here is what sets these bags apart. Every one of the clasps is metal, which I really feel adds to my sense of security when I'm tightening this down or when I'm taking a crash. I don't have any concern that I'm pulling too tight on a plastic buckle that's going to let go. We of course have reflection in the back. One item that is missing though is there is not full MOLLE on either the front or the back of the bag, which may be something you want to consider if you're using that now. Now, technically, the Sierra dry bags are the same 27.5 liters of storage that the Hurricane bags are. However, in my experience, while this is my Hurricane bag holding 50% of my camping gear, without the rigidity for the sides and the basic squared offness of the Hurricane bags, I'm not able to fit quite as much in these as I am the Hurricane, but I don't believe it's going to be a problem for anyone else. In fact, again, technically they're the same size, so you may just have better packing skills than I do. As you can see, these are very well made bags. There have been a couple of compromises made, I believe, in the thickness of the material, but in no way do I feel that that would lead to a problem, especially if you are not dropping your bike at high speed, which I can tell you the Hurricane bags handle quite well. I believe with these you would get quite a bit of use. Given that they're $100 or so less than the Hurricane, They're probably, in my estimation, about 75% as durable or robust as the Hurricane. So they're absolutely a fantastic deal. Now, let's talk about the differences. And to do that, let me bring in a Hurricane bag. These are the Hurricane bags that I generally run on my bike, and these are the easiest comparison to make. Not only because they're both waterproof bags from Nelson Rig, but because if you're looking for something that will carry a couple of days of camping, these are two bags that are very similar in size. We get just a little bit more space in here. This is a more rigid bag. The Sierras are more of a duffel dry bag turned into a saddlebag, whereas these are much more along the lines of designed to be a hard case, but a soft case. There is nothing in this bag, and it's really hard to tell that it is empty. As I mentioned previously, I do believe the material is just slightly thicker or higher quality here, but I don't see any real difference in the heat welds. I don't see any difference in the nylon. Everything else is comparable, with the caveat that this has plastic buckles. Now, I've been assured that these plastic buckles will never break, and honestly, mine never have. But I really have to say, I like the fact that these metal buckles are here. When I am stressing it down, when I'm tightening the bag, honestly, I'm thinking, kind of pulling on the plastic a little bit hard here. And I have no concern at all when doing the Sierra bags. That is absolutely amazing at this price point, that it is all metal construction. And I kind of wish you guys would do that for your Hurricane bags. Initially, when I switched over to the Hurricane bag, I had the starstruck feeling of, wow, these are amazing. I really do like how they are able to hold their shape, the way they are squared out more, kind of like a hard case. However, you're paying for that. You are paying at least $100 for that. And now that I've had a chance to use these again, they are not an entry-level bag. They are definitely above an entry-level bag, but at an entry-level bag price and backed by a lifetime warranty. If this bag has a problem, you can ship it back and get whatever the problem was repaired. And that's unheard of in inexpensive luggage. And let's face it, in this hobby, it all adds up. So if you can get away with inexpensive luggage like the Nelson Rig Sierra bags, and you don't feel you need to go all the way to the Hurricane, I'd absolutely recommend you get them. They worked for me for months, and quite honestly, I've seen in this past week they would have continued to work. I didn't really need to upgrade, I just couldn't resist. I'm blaming the guys at Moto Photo Adventures for doing the video with all the bags. They were too shiny, they were too new, and I just had to have them. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. So there you have it. Those are my thoughts on the Sierra bag. It's a quality product at an amazing price. If you stuck around, I really appreciate it, and take care.